We have time for one more question, and I got to ask you this because the Washington Post and other news outlets have been writing about it. Well, how do you respond to the reports that say that you have taken too passive a role in the pandemic? Is that criticism fair?
You know, my dad used to say, "It's not what you say, it's what you do." My dad was a construction worker, and it made no difference to anyone, his foreman or the company owner, what he said he would do. It's what he did. And I got to tell you, my dad was one of the best builders America's ever seen. Uh, he was never a loud guy. He didn't speak English very well. He was always kind of shy about that. All I learned in all my life was perform, get it done. Whether it's laying that asphalt for that highway or was building that concrete driveway for your neighbor, you get it done. And that's what we're going to do. And fortunately, we have a president who lets me get things done. I'm going to continue to do them so long as I have an opportunity, because that's what I learned when I grew up.
You use a terrific word there, and that was perform. And I wonder, to your mind, as someone who's been in politics for years, um, in Washington, do you think there's too much emphasis put on perform in terms of performance for the cameras? That as long as someone is performing for the cameras, they must be doing the job.
Yeah, it's the show horse versus the workhorse. And I'll tell you, here's where my mom gives me the best advice. She always tells me, remember Jimmy. She's always telling me about this story about this kid, Jimmy, who would always go to church, always religiously go to church. And he'd always say to the Lord, "Hey, Lord, I'm here. Just wanted to check in with you." And he'd always do that and always do that. And some of his friends would ask, "Well, why do you do that? You don't need to go to church all the time." And he'd say, "Yeah, well, that's what I do." Then, of course, as he aged in life and as he was getting ready to leave this place, he had the Lord come to him and say, "Hey, Jimmy, I'm with you today." And so she always tells me that story. This is a woman who still prays the rosary every night. And all I know is that if I do things the right way, someone will recognize it. You don't have to be a show horse, just do your work.